A major independent promotion's moving on without their head booker just days after their biggest event of the year. I'm Brian Zane, in association with Powerbomb.tv. It's time for This Week in Independent Wrestling. Well, CWF Mid-Atlantic has announced the firing of their longtime booker and head commentator Brad Stutz this weekend, citing inappropriate behavior. This news comes just days after their annual Battlecade event, which drew the largest crowd in company history. According to a statement on Twitter on Sunday, CWF management said, quote, "The behavior attributed to Stutz does not align with the standards and values of CWF Mid-Atlantic. We have reviewed the matter and, as a result, have severed ties," end quote. Stutz, who also played the role of the Scribe in Matt Hardy's Broken Universe in Impact Wrestling, was let go before last Saturday's Rising Generation League event, which saw cult favorite Cool J defeat Mike Mars to become the new RGL champion just 1 week after Mars had won the title at Battlecade. CWF Mid-Atlantic returns to the Sportatorium in Gibsonville, North Carolina this Saturday night for New Year's Knockout 2018, which will feature Eric Andrews versus Cam Carter, Chet Sterling versus Ethan Alexander Sharp, and Kane Justice versus Jesse Adler. WWN is gearing up for a massive weekend in New York City. On Saturday, Evolve will be in Queens at La Boom for Evolve 98, which will see Matt Riddle versus AR Fox, Keith Lee versus Jaka, the Ring Conf team of Timothy Thatcher and Volter versus the Catch Point unit of Tracy Williams and Dominic Guarini, and Zack Sabre Jr. defending his Evolve Championship against Darby Allin. The next day, WWN will have 2 events in Brooklyn. The first will see the return of the Style Battle brand, which features entire cards built around single elimination tournaments. The first round will see Kyle the Beast versus Shane Mercer, Rayo versus Matt Riddle, Joey Lynch versus Joey Janela, and Nick Gage versus Volter. Following the Style Battle event, Evolve 99 will take place and will see Timothy Thatcher versus Fred Yehai, Volter versus Zack Sabre Jr., and Keith Lee defending his WWN Championship against Chris Dickinson. Well, another show has been announced for WrestleMania weekend in New Orleans this April. Game Changer Wrestling has announced their second show for the weekend, Matt Riddle's Bloodsport, for that Thursday afternoon at 3 p.m. as part of the WWN Live experience. All matches on that show can be won only by knockout or submission. Tickets for the event will go on sale next Monday. Joey Janela's Spring Break will take place under the GCW banner in New Orleans the following day. Over in the UK, Revolution Pro held their Live at the Cockpit 25 show on Sunday in London. The show saw the crowning of a new Rev Pro British Women's Champion as Ginny defeated Deonna Purrazzo in a tournament final to win the title. The card also saw Pete Dunne defeat Chris Brooks and Zack Sabre Jr. successfully defend his Rev Pro British Heavyweight Championship against Martin Stone. And speaking of Pete Dunne, he's getting ready for an historic matchup 1 week from Wednesday, as International Pro Wrestling and Milton Keynes will host a match between Dunne, the WWE United Kingdom champion, and Will Ospreay, the newly crowned IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. This appears to be the first time in history that a WWE champion and an IWGP champion have faced off in the ring together. PWX in North Carolina kicks off their 2018 with their X16 tournament. The 2-day tournament will take place this weekend in 2 different towns, with Saturday's show in Charlotte and Sunday's show in Concord. The 16-man field includes regular PWX talent like Chip Day, Tracer X, and James Drake, as well as talent from outside of the region including David Starr, Myron Reed, and New Japan star Juice Robinson. Well, PWCS returned to Alton, Illinois on Saturday for their mega ticket event. The card was a showcase of some of the top up-and-coming talent on the Midwestern independent scene. The event saw Evolve star Dominic Guarini defeat Paco Gonzalez, Jake Parnell beat AJ Gray and Stephen Wolf in a triple threat match, and Davey Vega retained his GCW Heritage Championship over his regular tag team partner, Matt Fitchett. Elsewhere in the Midwest, Freelance returns to Chicago this Friday for their Stained Glass Ceilings event. Sugar Dunkerton defends his Freelance Championship against Darren Corbin, with an undercard that will see Anthony Henry wrestle Jake Parnell and Eric Cannon take on Ethan Page. In Indiana, Black Label Pro returns to Crown Point this Saturday for We're Not the Mounties, which features the Black Label debut of former WWE Tag Team Champion Quebecer Pierre as he takes on Ethan Page. The lineup also features Joey Janela versus Jonathan Gresham, AJ Gray versus Sammy Guevara, Matt and Joey Lynch versus Jay Freddy and Rory Gulak, and the inaugural Black Label Pro champion Tom Lawler defending against Gunnar Miller. And in Ohio, AIW has announced that their January 19th show, entitled Death Row, will see the returning Ray Rowe compete against Keith Lee. The card will also see the AIW debut of Juice Robinson. MLW returns to Orlando for their first show of the year this Thursday. Jimmy Havoc will be taking on Shane Strickland in a death match as part of a card that will also see MVP versus Low Key, Sammy Guevara versus Darby Allin, Ray Phoenix versus Penta El Zero M, and the Chosen Bros team of Jeff Cobb and Matt Riddle taking on Tom Lawler and Seth Petrozelli. Inspire Pros in Austin, Texas this Sunday for Ecstasy of Gold 5. The card includes Ryan Davidson versus Jordan Lennox in a cage match, Masada versus Andy Dalton, ACH defending his Pure Prestige title against Shane Strickland, Strickland, and Inspire Pro champion Terrell Tempo putting his title on the line against a mystery opponent. And by the way, the NXT reports our Felix Finch will also be in action as Frisco Flame. Finally, here's our clip of the week, albeit somewhat belated. This one comes to us from Indianapolis Championship Wrestling's New Year's Bash on December 30th. Here we see Brian Pillman Jr., son of the late great Brian Pillman, in his debut match against Jonathan Wolfe. As he's getting ready to put Wolfe away, Pillman is distracted by manager Jason Saint, and the manager gets a scintillating triangle dropkick for his troubles. If you want to subscribe to Powerbomb.tv, use the promo code BRIANSENTME and get your first 20 days of the streaming service absolutely free. Got a tip regarding news, upcoming shows, and results? Send them our way via direct message at facebook.com/independentwrestling. For Powerbomb.tv, I'm Brian Zane, and I'll see you next time.